Hey y'all, what's up? So I'm here to talk to y'all about the difference between bullying and basically knowing like who's the victim. Because somebody was asking, well, how do you know if this person is bullying? Like, I guess asking how to tell the difference, like being a third party type person, and you could look at two people and tell who's who. Well, it's not hard to observe who's who. So for me, I'm a Libra, so I'm naturally like Switzerland anyway. I'm not in it, so whatever. But I noticed that people tend to come to me and they'll tell me, oh, well, be careful of such and such because XYZ, this, that, and third. I just take their words with a grain of salt. Next thing I know, the very person they told me to be careful of and to watch out for, then that person will come. Yeah, you better watch out for that person. Da 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 da. And again, I'll take that person's words for a grain of salt. So what I'll do is I follow my intuition and my discernment. So if one party, if I'm talking to one person, I happen to ask like, hey, I heard through the grapevine that, XYZ had happened. Tell me what happened. And then they'll go into whatever happened and tell me their side of the story. So then the other person that, was coming to me talking the same thing or whatever, I'd be like, hey, I heard through the grapevine XYZ had happened, Tell me what happened. I don't tell them that I spoke to the other person and I got that person's side of the story. No, I'm going to speak to you and I'm going to get your side of the story. And guess what? Between the two stories, either there's just a full-on miscommunication or one of y'all is lying. But either way, my discernment can tell who's who and what's what. Now, upon getting both sides of information and using my discernment to tell what's really going on, all I gotta do is just sit back, watch, and observe. If person B, who, tells me, yeah, person A, they XYZ and they this, but okay, like person B, for example, they always coming to you. Like, this could be in a work setting, family setting. It don't even matter who you're around. Just notice that person B always coming to you talking about person A. They just always got person A in their mouth. That is the bully. That is the person who is just bothered. Because notice, person A never got person B in their mouth. They said you asked them about what happened. They told you what happened, their side of the story of events. And then they walked away and they let it go. That usually is what the victim does. They don't sit there needing to play the victim all the time and woe is me. And, they don't got to shape the narrative or the story to fit, what's going on. They said what happened from their experience, from their point of view, their narration of the events that took place, and they moved on. But person B still up there clucking like a chicken, cluck, bop, 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 just still running their mouth. That's a toxic person, a dysfunctional person. Because, I'm going to give y'all a prime example. Ciara and Future broke up. Ciara got with Russell. They got married. They've had multiple other kids. And why does Future always take shots at Russell? Every chance Future get, he's downplaying Ciara, dissing her, and he's doing the same thing. Future's bothered. Future messed up. Future wants Ciara back. If he didn't want her back, he would have let it go. He wouldn't constantly be finding that room and opportunity to diss her husband or her in music. And to me, Russell is just, adding fuel to the fire, but he's also stepping up. He's like, well, your son is my son. Happy birthday, little Future, or whatever his son's name is. You know what I'm saying? So now that's for all the world to see, because guess what? We never hear Russell dissing Future. We never hear Russell speaking bad or about Future Ever. We never hear Ciara. I've seen interviews where they asked Ciara, so how's co-parenting with Future? All she did was just laugh. She didn't say nothing bad. She just laughed and was like, next question. You know what I'm saying? So we can deduct any assumption that we want to make. That Future is a bad father, that he's a deadbeat. We can deduce so many things. But one thing that I do have to say is that caused me to get a whole bunch of unfollowing, because I was like, any guy who acts like and thinks like Future, you can go ahead and unfriend me now. And a lot of them up there, nah, Future, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No, Future is toxic. Future, it has all those goddamn broken homes with all those different baby mamas. They weren't ugly. Because guess what? If all his baby mamas are ugly, that means all Future ever does is stick his dick in ugly chicks. So it speaks more about Future than it does about the women. Because if for him to say, oh, these ugly, they weren't ugly when you was digging them out. So don't try to say they ugly now. Because I'm pretty sure if they were ugly and smack, you wouldn't have dug them out in the first place. Just saying. I mean, unless he has low self-esteem, low self-worth. I mean, he do be talking about, oh, drinking and drugs and all this stuff in his music. So who's to say? But that's just an example. Like on a celebrity known scale, who the bully is. Future is the bully. Future is toxic and dysfunctional. Future is the problem and the issue. Not Ciara, not Russell. They living their best life. They got married. He bought her masters. The only thing I don't agree with is her being married, trying to make single women music. Girl, stay in your lane and make music for like married couples or couples and stuff. Don't be trying to be out here. That's why a lot of women got tricked by Beyonce. You know, all the single ladies, and Beyonce whole time married. Y'all noticed that when all this rape allegations came up about Jay-Z and stuff, how all of a sudden Beyonce, she ain't Miss Carter no more. She's Beyonce Knowles now. And I'm like, yeah, you trying to distance yourself because you know he did it. That's what I think. I think she knows exactly who she married and who she's dealing with, because he was already cheating on you. Becky with the good hair. Up here crying and whining on your music and stuff. Girl, shut up. You knew who you married. You knew the role that you took on. But you wanted to be with that billionaire. You wanted to get with that big lip Negro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay-Z ain't good looking. And I don't even know how he was considered best rapper of like all time or whatever. Like, I ain't never liked Jay-Z music. That's just my opinion, you know. But I'm just saying, you know. So I'm curious as to what's going to go down. Like, is he going to be behind bars like Diddy next? You know? Oh, that's another thing. Everybody wanted to know who the bully and the victim was. Nobody was believing Cassie, you know, when she was talking until she came out with when she sued him. You know, then he settled within 24 hours. Oh, we already knew when he settled that quick, he did it. Then all of a sudden the footage come out of him stomping her out and kicking her at the elevators and stuff like that. Demons are demons. Evil is evil, okay? It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter your celebrity or fame status. None of that matters. Trash is trash. You're just trash with status, trash with fame and fortune, trash with money. But trash is trash. Shit is still shit. It don't matter how much glitter you put on poop. It still stinks. It's still full of bacteria and dead matter and waste. Ain't nothing changed. So when you trying to figure out who's out here like a bully and a victim, just pay attention. Like, that's all you gotta do is just pay attention. Pay attention, because the person who stayed keeping somebody's name in their mouth, you gotta ask them, what is their mental malfunction? Why is that person always in your mouth? Why are you always talking about them? And they always talking about the person in a not so good light. always talking about them negatively, always something bad to say. Well, that's their mindset. They live in negativity. They live in low vibration. They don't ever got nothing good to say. Y'all know that saying, if you don't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. Well, I can only imagine how much Ciara wants to say things back. But she don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. She did sing some songs back that addressed him and stuff like that. But, I mean, for example, she made that song called I Bet. I bet when I start loving someone new, you gonna wish that I was still loving you, you know, and all of that. Well, that's exactly what happened. She moved on. She got married. Future was trying to, get in her mind, you a single mama. Ain't nobody gonna want whatever toxic things he was saying to her. Now she up there, she got herself together, got her mind right. Her and her son, they good in better hands and better care. And he's still over there popping pills. He's still over there unhappy. It doesn't matter whether he wants to be married or not. Ciara wanted to be married. She's married. If Future never wants to get married, then that's his choice. But he don't sound happy. He don't. Because if he was so happy, well, why you up here mad that you got all these women knocked up? Future shares the same baby mama as Bow Wow and the NFL player Diggs. So, sir, you know what I'm saying? At least I can say it with Ciara. She only shared a baby with you. And then she moved on to get married, and now all her children are shared with her husband. And hopefully they don't ever get divorced. They stay together, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, whatever happens in their life happens in their life. Being that Russell is NFL and Ciara, she's an ex-singer, because I don't know what new music she's put out lately, or if she's put anything out. I ain't really checked to see. But she's been focused on raising her kids and being a stay-at-home wife and mom and stuff. Just like Rihanna. Rihanna ain't out here making music no more. She got with her man. She's not in a rush to marry him. She's worth more money than A$AP Rocky. So, in her mind, well, why do I need to be in a rush to get with you? So, she did go ahead and have her kids. And, she's a stay-at-home mom doing her thing, So, and at the end of the day, a lot of people want to be out here. Well, I could be a single mom just like them. Ciara got more money than you. Rihanna got more money than you. All of these celebrities have more money than y'all. Stop being average and normal people thinking you can do what they can do. You ain't never had no $1 million or $1 billion contract just to play a sport or to sing and dance and any of that. Because if you did, well, guess what? Your life probably be just as messed up as they made mistakes in their lives. Everybody's gonna make mistakes. But yeah, that's just an example. You want to know the example between a bully and a victim? Jada Pinkett is a bully, because why was she doing all that talking about her husband? Oh yeah, I never wanted to be married. I just absolutely hated being married. Okay, but you still haven't divorced this man in like 30 years. This man has done everything to make you happy, tried to throw you extravagant birthday parties and this, that, and the third. And let's say Jada is a beard for Will. You still took that deal to marry him, though. Oh, well, we're always going to be life partners. No, you just know ain't nobody going to take your evil, bald-head, dark elf looking ass serious. And you how old? But then, oh, she has alopecia. Girl, I know people that got alopecia. Ain't none of them look like a dark, bald-headed elf like you, wearing that ugly green dress, and then you mad because Chris Rock made jokes and all of this. And you know what I'm saying? If you didn't want to talk about why'd you go out in public bald, you should have put a wig on. I'm just saying. Everybody is not going to take people the way that they want to be taken. Everybody ain't going to look at you how you want to be looked at. And that's okay. But as long as you know who you are, you know that, you ain't out here scheming, plotting, and all of this. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Come on. Anyways, y'all, peace. I hope that's a good enough example, like on a scale that everybody around the world can see. Everybody around the world can see all these different celebrities and this, that, and the third, right? So, for example, you want to know who the victim and who the bully is, and say the Cardi B situation? Cardi is the bully. She's the one staying on Instagram, popping off at the mouth, yelling, screaming, hooping, hollering, complaining, and whining. Girl, if you didn't want nothing else to do with that man, you would not have continued having his babies. You would have stopped at baby 1 or 2. You know, once y'all divorce was final or whatever the case may be, you would have just moved on. But here she is. See, and then we can go into Safaree and Erica Mena. Erica is the bully. She's the one that we saw on video cameras hopping his fence, banging on his window. We're the ones who seen in the camera footage that she was yelling at him and putting her hands on him in front of the children. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's not hard to discover the bullies, because even if they move on to the next man or woman, that bully mentality that they have is still going to be there. They ain't changed. Nobody cares about. That's why I say, stop looking back at y'all ex. Stop worrying about them. Like, you know, your ex, the same reason why you broke up and left with him. Why are you worried about, oh, she's happier with the next person, or he's happier with the next person? The same way they were with you. If they did zero self-development, zero inner work, they did not work on themselves in any way, capacity, or form. Now, working on themselves, like physically, as far as, making themselves look prettier, modifications, beauty modifications ain't gonna change the person. You still got to do that inner deep self-work and self-development to become a new person, a better version of yourself. So if that person has not done that, then yeah, they're the same exact way with that next person that they are, with you. That's just like, my ex is trying to spin the block. They wanted to cheat. They wanted to lie. They wanted to steal, they wanted to be disrespectful. Whatever it was that they did, I let them go. But here you are trying to spin the block. Shoot, that's an insult to me. Because you had a chance and an opportunity. You threw it away. I'm a whole gold mine. Well, guess what? My fiance sees the gold mine and he's capitalizing on it. And now, exes are trying to come back. They know they can't call me. They know they can't communicate with me in any way because I got you blocked everywhere. I can't stop you from sending your little friends and family members onto my stuff. I can't stop you from watching me through fake pages. But that just goes to show the problem is in them. The regret is heavy on them. I'm past apologies. I'm past all of that. I don't care. I have moved on and I've leveled up tremendously in my life. I've worked on myself. I've done the self-development, the self-growth, the healing, the inner work, all of that. And that is why I'm in a healthy relationship right now. And if they were doing so great in life, if their marriages were so successful, you shouldn't be worried about me. Just saying.